Howdy, Gundog. Just taking a quick moment to get set up. So, just as a quick aside, in the event that I go suddenly quiet, even during a dramatic moment, I have a terrible sinus infection that's been beating me up for the last week. I might just need to, decause my snaz and empty my face. I do not want to do that on mic, so if I go quiet suddenly, that is why. I am declogging my snozzing. Otherwise, I kind of miss Gundog. So, thinking back to where we were, we had gone over with crews to the Obrien in a Juno. And when we got there, we found the thing empty, abandoned. No life support, ice cold, like we were. Dead in the water. We explored around and we could not find any signs of life. We did find in the medical bay, the medical officer dead, looks like from trauma, as well as tons of the medical bay busted up. Cabinets broken open, stuff missing. It looks like someone just wrecked the place. Now, when we got close to the engineering and armory, we ended up seeing a shadow of something, a body, something, someone moving. We could not pin it down, though. We, went after it, nothing there. It's like it vanished into nothing. We head to the hangar and open the hangar doors after hearing sounds, and we find some weird-ass spider mech. And that weird-ass spider mech ends up blowing the Obrien apart with us inside. And we barely manage to take it down when it races back to the Gundog using Cruz's Juno. Despite Ensign Cruz getting advantage against the unknown enemy craft that attacked the Gundog, a mechanical failure in the engines of the Juno 3 resulted in both the unidentified machine and the armored frame crashing in the ship's hangar. So, it's okay. So we stabbed it in the face a bunch, and it's still in the hangar now. Now, things I want to put a pin in and remember from prior is that this thing was huge. This thing barely fit in the hangar, and it had to blast its way out to pursue us. On top of that, the hangar access was completely sealed. Absolutely, there's no way in or out until we opened it. So I had to enter from the outside. And the mess we found in the med bay was definitely person-sized mess. The doctor didn't asphyxiate from no life support. She got her shit beat. So, things just to note and put a pin in. Lieutenant Thorpe and Ensign Cruz were both quickly extracted from the armored frame and sent to the ship's sickbay. Upon being cleared for duty, Lieutenant Thorpe was ordered to the hangar to help secure the enemy craft. Right, we end up hitting it with a shit ton of experimental foam rounds. It's supposed to be foam sealant that seals like bulkhead bridges, but we load it into rifle rounds and shot the fuck out of this thing till it froze. You stretch your neck from side to side, roll your shoulders as you wait for the captain's judgment. Dr. Rosarium had done his best for the neck injury acquired during Hansen's less than 10-foot landing, but the captain had been insistent that her sole security officer return to duty immediately. As a result, after cursory once-over, the doctor would give you an anti-inflammatory injection in the side of your neck and an injection of painkillers in the other before sending you on your way. This had left your neck numb and you with the vague sensation that your head could be detached at any moment, but at least you were up and about. Surveying the hangar, you know you should be thankful for this miracle. Both Hansen, Juno, and the craft had been fighting and entered the hangar at full thrust. Dalton hadn't thought quickly and activated every single piece of arrestor gear that we had available. The two machines would have torn straight through into the belly of the Gundog. Damn. Top of that, this slammed his storage container held the tank he'd been keeping experimental high-density foam in. That felt like more foam than we shot it with, what I'm seeing right there. Yeah. Also, I'm watching the stream myself, and I feel like it is putting out way too many ads already. I'm gonna change that. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back down to conservative ads. For everyone's sake. Causing rupture and coat the attacker on the substance adherent to the hangar floor. With the machine stuck in place, it didn't take long for the Juno's engines to burn out as it pushed against the immovable object. You make a mental note to give Dalton your thanks later. Not only had the rounds loaded with substance work perfectly, it saved you, Hansen, and possibly the entire ship. What this did mean, though, was that the mysterious assailant, which had torn through the Obrien to pieces and nearly done the same to the Gundog, was stuck irremovably for the time being right in the middle of the hangar. Can we even launch the Junos like this? That might be a problem. It showed no activity since it went dead just outside the Gundog. But having one of those eye-like cameras exposed didn't leave you... Ah! Hello, Zant. I want to finally finish this thing. So we're gundogging. Yes, man, be honest, Cadet Grange's foam done most of the work for us. With the amount of stuff it's covered with, I don't see it making a move anytime soon. Even the tests we use aren't really necessary. It's good. This one in particular has a cool feature that you can go back and forth between the CD98 grayscale shit, green scale rather, or their original art before they got an actual artist and redid it. Every time I see something new or a new character, I like to go back and forth on this and, like, see how it looks. But I'm going to play with color. There's not a lot of reason not to. When we get back to Europa Colony, it'll probably be easier to remove the entire hangar block of this thing rather than carve it out. This ain't even a remaster. This is the full release. Just during development, they ended up getting an actual artist to redo all their original Dojin-style stuff into this cleaner art. But they kept all the original stuff, so you can toggle back and forth. You wait for a moment as the captain allows your response to a rhetorical question to hang in the air. Yeah, but we didn't know what the fuck it was, and it's capable of cutting a ship in half by itself. And what do you mean, enemy technology? Do we actually think this is Earth? This can't be Earth. You feel a retort forming about how indestructible enemies will never be force-seen weapons bursting out of allied ships isn't something that you get trained for as a security officer, but you swallow it. It's been a long day, and it seems only be getting longer. Best to save your energy for something worthwhile. Yeah, we did good work, but also, like, thank Cruz. Because even though he's a massive asshole, like Agito Hojo hater for us, he saved everyone's lives. Dalton did good too, though. Dalton, who'd been lurking at your side like a nervous shadow this entire time, squeaks. The unexpected compliment taking him completely by surprise. Yeah, but if the container wouldn't be there, we would have a spider robot busting our shit up. Like, the fact that it slammed into more of the foam saved us. You swiftly but gently elbowed Cadet in the side. Very good job, Cadet. Captain once again leaves sense to trail off, half-formed. Whereas this manner of speech previously left you disconcerted with this indication there might be something Captain was holding back, you found yourself no longer bothered by it. Especially when we learned she's a fucking lush. Whether this because you were used to it, or simply too tired to be perturbed, was a matter you hadn't quite decided on. Dalton, on the other hand, was clearly terrified by the concept of being in such close proximity to the captain, to the point where his nervousness was palpable. It wasn't for you rustling of his jumpsuit, caused by his nervous fidgeting, you felt there'd be a good chance you'd be able to hear his heartbeat. Finished my assessment of the craft. The amount of grace that surprises you, the chief, having appeared from underneath the catwalk, grabs onto the handrail and effortlessly redirects her momentum, planting her feet firmly on the walkway you all stood on. Yeah, we can go back to Dojin mode, Muscle Mommy Engineer, at any point you feel like it. Assessment, hard to say, never seen anything like it. General structure is totally different from any humanoid you see on an armored frame. Yeah, materials aren't made of anything Terran or Martian frames are made out of. Even samples titanium they make on Lunar, known as Luna Titanium, look at the camera, didn't have the kind of durability this showed. Oh. You excuse me. You stiffen as a wave of realization hits you, causing a painful twinge in your neck. As soon as you got out of sickbay, the captain ordered you to secure the craft. In your current state, still running on the leftover adrenaline and recently dosed up on medication, you'd follow that order to the letter, completely forgetting about assessing any potential risks. That's foam. If you're asking why it looks like there's an avalanche. This thing was not taking any damage from our rifle or our missiles. The anti-air from the ship was just an annoyance for it. Even when Cruz closed the gap and started trying to knife it directly, it wasn't doing much. So instead, the hangar boy, Dalton, the mechanic, had been working on a sealant foam that could seal bulkheads and such. He'd been working on a way to put it into armored frame rifle rounds, so we can, like, patch up the ship from the outside in emergency. We yelled at him to shoot that shit out to us. We got it, and we shot the shit out of this weird spider mech and sealed its joints and everything, and then just pushed it as hard as we could, and we ended up crashing into the hangar. In the hangar was also the big tub of the sealant shit that Dalton was working on. And it crashed into that, and that's why it's now a pile of mashed potatoes. It was just the joints before. No measurable electronic activity, no readings such an active reactor. The whole thing's been shut down. Okay, but is there somebody in it? The only thing that showed anything was a boson count. It's surrounded by a massive amount of residual distortion. No idea why, though. You need a whole engine to put out the amount I'm registering around it. As far as I can tell, whatever it is, it's not doing anything anytime soon. And the pilot? No trace of a cockpit hatch or entry panel anywhere we have visible. And no way they can break out because we sealed it. gone pretty heavy on the cyanurosolites. Cyanurocrylates. Cyanurocrylates. Yeah, I'll try that word later. Don't apologize. You did good, buddy. You did good. If you hadn't gone nutso on your compound, it'd probably be able to just kill us all from the inside, like it did the Obrien. Hope they have enough oxygen emergency rations in there until we get back to Europa, because we're not getting them out. You'd hope the chief's explanation would suffice, but the captain turned attention to you expectantly. I don't know what else to add, like, it's stuck there. It's fucked. I think that in addition to what the chief said, that, you don't know why you tried to add something. The more you tried to think, the more you realized just how exhausted you were mentally and physically. You turn to look at the crashed craft and catch a glint as the hangar lights reflect off one of the eye camera lenses. Totally different to anything you see on an armored frame. Oh yeah, if it still has active cameras and shit, like, don't talk around it. I don't think we can count on this thing playing by our rules. Whatever this thing is, it doesn't look like any AF I've ever seen. Doesn't behave like one either. The amount of punishment it stood up to out there, I'm not sure we had anything to do with it going offline. If that's just the machine, I wouldn't make any assumptions about its pilot. Look back to the captain as she turns her attention to the machine. The captain takes a moment to move to the railings, place her hands on them, resting what little of her weight remains in this low gravity on the support while also drumming her fingers against them. As you watch Captain Bartow muse, you see a brief glimpse of a spark in her eyes. This slight change transforming her in front of you from the consistently disinterested captain you know to a canny, analytical version of herself. She turns back to face you, pivoting on the one hand she keeps on the railing. That's the case. Priority is getting back to Europa. Yeah, let's get anywhere but here. Like, we were here to meet the Obrien. The Obrien exploded with this thing inside it. Let's go. Oh right, engines are still offline too. Lieutenant Thurmk, I want you in active patrol until Ensign Crew is out of sickbay. You, Rumney, and Crew will be carrying out patrols around the clock. Okay, she's making the pilots help me with my patrols at least. Yeah, we wouldn't even know if there is a pilot in there. As soon as we turn around, we'll probably find a way to scurry out and start fucking shit up. Three of you snap to attention, throw a salute in perfect synchronization. Even the chronically fidgety Dalton maintains a perfect still professional countenance. Yes, bam. With a shove against the railing, Captain launched herself towards the hangar entrance. Three of you drop your stiff posture as soon as she's out of sight. You roll her shoulders once again, trying to get rid of the stiffness that's working its way back into your neck. Yeah, no, today sucked. We left dock like 2 weeks ago. As you look back to the enemy craft, you can't help but feel like its exposed camera lens is pointing straight at you. Swallowing nervously, you turn away. The unwavering mechanical glare fills you with a sense of dread. How am I liking Eternal? I'm enjoying it. I'm still playing every day. I actually just logged in now as I'm playing this to get my daily task done. It's fun. I'm having fun. I'm already done with most of the available content. At this point, I'm just jumping back in for events and such. Learning about the game is still fun. Learning about the different mechanics has been interesting. I don't have the same kind of drive I did with GBM. Mainly because I think this game lacks personal expression. I don't think there's a lot of community interaction in any kind of conceivable way. Like, it's a very, very much single-player game, which is fine. but it feels like it doesn't want to be. But it doesn't have any kind of support system or any kind of features to make it a community experience. I mean, at least GBM had, like, infinite personal expression. You could jump back in for free at any time and just tinker with a visual design. Make a new Gunpla out of parts. Make something that looks interesting. With this, once you run the missions you gotta run, it's just like not much else to tinker with, you know? You can run the Eternal Roads infinitely, but if you've already beat them, there's no reason to. And there's really, for better or worse, probably better, not a lot of mysteries left as far as how the game works. Like, we've pretty much pinned down everything mechanically to take the most advantage of it. It's fine. It's just not like something to lose yourself in, you know? I'm still logging in that daily logins. I'm still dumping all of my stamina. Yeah, no, yeah. No, yeah, they absolutely made a G-Gen mobile. This is a G-Gen mobile. But I'm not gonna play G-Gen every day either. Even if it wasn't on my phone, you know? I'm not gonna log in every single day to Crossrays and just run a mission for some fucking reason. Alright, first Chief can tell it's not going anywhere. We just don't want it here, but it's not going anywhere. Okay, so deter back to Eternal. Yeah, gem economy is slow, but I also have this weird thing where they've made the game so friendly to its own internal free systems that I just don't have a drive to pull for anything. I don't need to pull for anything, and therefore I'm actually saving pretty well. Like, I'm sitting on 30k, and I burned through all of my starter gems, and now I have, like, no need to pull more. It's not going to help me with anything. If a design comes out I like, I'll pull for it, but otherwise it's just there. If I go dump some pulls into the gacha, it's not going to help my team in any kind of content I have now. It's not going to give me a new gameplay experience, which is fine. Like, the dev tree carries so much weight. It just carries so much of the game. That said, even with the low amount of gem economy that we seem to be seeing, I'm saving up like a grand every couple days. It's not terrible. Especially when I don't have any drive to pull. I don't feel like I need to for this game anyway. Alright, Gundog. When you get the Gundog engines back up, go back to engine room. Get us moving so we can get back to Europa. Oh. Apparently when Cruz Juno pushes thing in, he pushes so hard it just fried his thruster entirely. That's funny. With that, the Chief launched herself off a nearby railing towards the hangar entrance. Much like you have with the captain earlier, you watch she disappears, relaxing slightly once she's out of sight. As you look around your surroundings, see that Dalton has already made his way towards Hansen's Juno, leaving you alone. You kick off the catwalk, begin to gently drift towards the hangar exit, taking one last look back at the hangar before you leave. The once unstoppable machine now sits totally still in the center of the hangar, despite being encased in a rock-hard compound. The misgivings you felt about how out of commission it was were really hard to ignore. You've never seen or heard of a machine with capabilities that demonstrated, and although the chief was assured the captain wasn't going anywhere, you weren't so certain. Beyond that, the thought of the pilot concerns you the most. What kind of person it'd take to pilot something like this? Your attention lingers on it for a little longer before you turn your attention back towards the exit. Oh, it's got puzzles, it's got exploration, but it's mostly VN. You do make some constant choices. Okay, so that's... okay. So the arrestor gear is caught the Juno before the spider slammed and everything. No signs of activity, no signs of life. Well, it seemed to be deactivated when it was in the O'Brien's hangar till we opened up the doors. Maybe it's just, like, supposed to go to sleep when it gets inside a ship. Alright, let's go check on fire control. As you step into the small room, you're surprised that Dylan turns around immediately. Yeah, he's probably on edge, because usually he's got his headphones on listening to jams, but that was some shit. Yeah, how you doing? The normally placid Warren officer rolls his eyes, theatrically slumping back in his chair and gesturing the monitors all around him with visible frustration. Right, so unless a spider flies right up into our face again, you can't do much about it. You actually have to do your job, which is unfortunate. Yeah, what is wrong with it? It was okay before. Oh, so probably our message telling you that it was coming back to you didn't even hit you till it was already in your face. And you had to use the point defense to try to plink at it instead of actually using the main guns. Oh, you'll get it next time, buddy. With a groan, Dylan slides further into his chair and kicks off the floor, sending the chair spinning in a slow circle. As he rotates, he glances over all the monitors before turning back to you. So it knocked out... The long-range systems got knocked out the moment we made contact with the Obrien. And they've been getting worse since. And they're worse now that the spider mech is here with us. He looks over top his glasses at you and shrugs. It is what it is. Dylan makes another rotation, this time gently brushing his hand over targeting system controls, shifting their focus slightly as he rotates past them. Yeah, kind of sucked out there. Take a moment to rub your neck. He knows it was beginning to stiffen. The pain was creeping in around the edges. Hopefully whatever the doctor had given you would hold out for a few more hours. If I remember right, we didn't really find the right amount of bodies or anything either. We found the bridge crew, partially melted and electrocuted. We found the doctor beat to shit, but that was pretty much it. Yeah, not too bad, D's. Think back how you've been thrown around the cockpit by some Hansen stunts. The experience of clinging onto the temporary passenger seat wasn't one you wanted to relive soon. You're no wrong. No, it's fine, it's fine. I mean, it looked like you were keeping them moving at least. Which is fine. You smile and wave your hand subtly to dismiss Dylan's concern. Don't worry about it, we couldn't do much against it either. Don't think there's anything on board could have taken that thing out. A silence hangs between the two of you, and you're about to make your excuse to leave before he turns or leans forward in the seat, looking you dead in the eyes and speaks in a hushed tone. We don't know nothing, man. Place your hands on your hips before shifting your weight on one foot, crossing your arms instead. While exhaling deeply, you break the eye contact and look around the room at the monitors, finally looking back to Dylan who sits there staring at you expectantly. Honestly, I got no idea. All we know is it blew the Obrien to pieces, came for the Gundog, and nothing we have seems to scratch it. With that low sigh, making frustration obvious. Yeah, if another one shows up, we're kind of fucked. That Dylan turns back to the wall of the monitors. You watch him begin to idly prod the controls, adjusting and shifting views on some screens and altering the focus on others. Mess hall! Before you even head to the mess hall, the aroma of the machine-made coffee and pancakes waft down the four-side thoroughfare and your stomach growls audibly. You hadn't realized how hungry you were until now. With the scent of rich food in the air, your body begins to let you know in no uncertain terms that you're ravenous. As you step inside, you see Ensign Rumney leaning back in their chair, slowly picking their way through a stack of syrup-covered pancakes. They acknowledge you by looking over to the doorway and raising their cup of coffee slightly before ending their meal. I wonder if Haru's mad that she couldn't be out there with us. Before you can say anything, your stomach growls loudly again. Oh, look, the coffee's animated! How nice, animated coffee. A smirk appears on the pilot's face briefly, but is quickly dismissed as they take another mouthful of pancake. I've not actually seen Dojin Mode Haru. Oh, that's a statement. Yeah, seeing her eyes and personality is actually a little bit better. As they carry on eating, you decide to leave them to the time being and head into the room and take a look at the options available. Give me your coffee. Ugh. Give me the menu machine. Problem was, all the choice made it difficult to decide on what you wanted to eat. I want pancakes. So then there two going back and forth for various menu options, narrowing down to pancakes. I can't just watch her eat pancakes and not want pancakes. Select the option that will give you the identical stack of pancakes to the one Haru's eating, and the machine emits serious loud and flickering noises. So it's a mechanical replicator? It doesn't just, like, shit out photon food, it just somehow makes pancakes in less than a minute? And it already has syrup on it? Take the plate from the machine, head to the table, sit down. You assume that Haru's silence means that they're not interested in conversation. Skin cutting on the first pancake, you notice Haru look across you after taking a slow, leisurely sip of coffee. Oh, so now you want to talk. I've just taken my first mouthful. She points her fork at me. Yeah, fucking love pancakes. You nod, and they do the same, for returning to their own half-eaten stack. I eat the entire stack in only 2 minutes. I am a hungry man. I am hungrier than Haru. I am leaving now because I am a fatty fat. At least I feel better. She probably doesn't want to talk, honestly. Although Haru's keeping to herself right now, you felt that with things the way they were aboard the ship, you could check in with everybody. How's it going, Pancake Queen? Yeah, well, I have a job. No, he's still a jerk. He's still there. Artificial ossification? Because I was in... Oh, you look mad. Because I was in the jump seat. Yeah. Yeah. He's a huge asshole, but he did save us. That's entirely fair. You roll your eyes and cross your arms. You know you're not wrong with the thought of actually thanking Hansen for something. Yeah. Alright. I bet it'll actually do us some good if I thank him. Honestly. Can I check on my lady? Is this the wrong hallway? Yeah. Crew quarters 2. Oh no, she must not be in her room. Okay. Can I go to the captain's quarters? You approach the captain's quarters with a sense of trepidation. You have to finish your patrol. For some reason, you find yourself drawn to her quarters. You aren't sure why you've come here. Though you have your doubts, the captain's laconic ways and swift decisions give you the impression there's more capability to her than she's letting on. Maybe you've come here to talk to the captain, reassure yourself that that's the case. As you consider your intentions, reach out and knock briskly on the door. No, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. She's gonna be mad at me because I'm not done yet. Press the button on the terminal next to the door. It slides open, allowing you to step inside. You just left your booze out? As you enter, take a deep breath in air, preparation for the malodor you discovered last time. Yeah, because last time I was in here, she drunk and puked her ass into a coma. Although the quarters had smelled unpleasant last time you were here, it wasn't due to anything that stuck around, so now the atmosphere is a similar sterile scent. Do your best to exhale slowly and subtly as you approach the captain, no longer needing to reserve a clean corridor air to bear the smell of her quarters. I have not finished my patrol, so I don't know why I'm here. She strikes the final key and you hear the mechanical repetition of the printer from somewhere on the far side of the desk. Oh, she's mad. We're still using like reamed punched printer paper in the space future. She efficiently concertinas the pages together and then places them in a drawer on the other side of the desk. Would you recognize the one you obtained the emergency input codes from? With a click, she locks the drawer, finally turning her full attention to you. There's not anything. I'm sorry. Obrien. Debrief. Oh. Well, it's true you'd given the captain a breakdown of the events as soon as you dismissed from sickbay. There hadn't been much more to the conversation than you reporting facts. The captain come up with any countermeasures preparations, sure the same fate as Obrien's crew. When it happened to Gundog, she hadn't shared it. Yeah, any thoughts about what happened over there? Yeah, except for the doctor, all of them had been, like, electrically fried. Right, I guess that's fair. Like, if they were at their stations and they all exploded, then there's no... And we don't know how. There's no real way to prevent us from exploding at our stations. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. No. No, you're right. Yeah, we gotta. What do you think of the robot, ma'am? You got kind of weird when you looked at it. Yeah, this was a mistake coming here. She's just pissy at me. For perfectly good reason. Yeah, we gotta go. But I might as well pick the last one while I'm here. What happens is we take the fucking hanger block out and study that thing. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna be all put under tribunal. And then we'll all be put to death. Yeah, this is a mistake coming here. Nothing has been good from this visit. Goodbye. Alright, let's head to Central Hub. Let's check down Sick Bay at Cruise. I still need to thank him. Even before the elevator doors open, your hand is raised to preempt the harsh brightness of Sick Bay's lighting. Powerful aroma of disinfectant wafts in the elevator. As doors slide open, light shines brightly through the widening gap. Accustomed to both these features, Sick Bay, you're no longer bothered by them. As always, everything appears in order. You quickly notice that the doctor is not at his desk. Oh, they're in surgery wing. Ew, does Cruz need surgery? The doctor will be able to patch you pretty quickly, leaving Hanson to wait for the necessary procedure now seem to be underway. Looking back at the beds, you see Cassie tossing and turning comfortably. She'd been fast asleep when you and Hanson were brought in. Point wonder if she'd been sedated. You okay, girl? Yeah, it's great. Are you dying? Yeah. I haven't seen this frame of her. How's it look in Dojin? Oh, that's funny. She lets out a scream as she yanks her hand away from yours, bringing it to her head and using it alongside her free hand, trying to hold it together. Are you okay? I don't... Do you want some aspirin? Pills on the counter. With a moment's hesitation, you dash to the countertop and see a half-spent blister of tablets. Grab nearby glass, fill it with water from the hand wash, and shove it down her throat. She's not doing well. Yeah, you don't want to hear about my day. I don't want item. I want to do anything but item. Can I use the door? No. So pretty much I'm not doing anything here until they're out of surgery. Alright. Can I go to the bridge? The only person up there should be... You step off the elevator and enter the bridge, the sound of shrill beeping on the control panel. Yeah, Vanessa's gonna be a bitch about this. Stood over the panel, typing hurriedly in keyboards. Vanessa. So review and start, but turning back the keyboard and quickly entering more commands. Why are you worked up? I'm just checking on you, bitch. I'm just checking on you. Use lean slightly, try to see what had been displayed on screen above the panel she'd just been using. What you hiding? Of course you're on patrol. I suspected you wouldn't be here to give your postmaster report like you're supposed to. Well, no, I'm not the hero. That's Cruz. God, you're just so much. God damn. God damn. You feel a familiar rising tide of anger, a feeling that most of your career have been limited to encounters with Hansen. It was now becoming more and more common with every conversation you have with Vanessa. Yeah, but the captain told me to go to the hangar. So, fuck you. Yeah. Captain told me to immediately begin patrol. Oh, fuck off. Though you initially assumed her general aggression was just a personality deficiency, your increasingly open hostility to the ship's command structure was beginning to stand out to you as something more than just unmanaged anger issues. Yeah, I'm gonna tattle next time I see the captain. Oh, we have the Obrien black box. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Hansen to get back, because I need him to fly the Juno. I have PTSD. I cannot fly the Juno myself because of that time that I got locked in the Juno for 20 minutes as my entire squadron died on radio. It was that one, but I don't want to tell you it was that one now, because you're a massive bitch. Okay. This is changing. Yeah, you're welcome, I guess. Why do you still seem like you're yelling at me? Oh, fuck off. I'm too tired in real life for this shit. Great job. Goodbye. What the fuck does that mean? You and Cruz are just... Ooh. At least Cruz and I have an understanding now. We've been through it. No, I want to go to the aft side thoroughfare. And we'll fuck with my armory. You pass the stillness of the aft thoroughfare and head to the thrumping depths of the engineering department. To make your way to look around for any signs of the chief, starting with catwalks and workstations above you, the machinery that fills the level you're on, and finally finishing your search by scanning levels below you. Hey, Chief! Hey, Chief! She's probably in the engine bay. She's probably still working on getting the engines working. Doors of the engine room slide open. You're met with a disheartening sight of the huge engine remaining totally stationary. devoid of its normal rotation. Sense of stillness that permeates. Oh, the only thing breaking the all-engulfing silence is a constant grumble coming from the lone figure of the chief, leaning over the control panel. Everything will not be alright. She can't get to work. She's angry. Okay, but what's wrong with it? Okay, but what's wrong? Oh, what? So it's nothing physical. They just won't engage software-wise. Hmm. Hmm. So it's back to factory default? That is weird. Alright, at least I have a few more things to talk to the captain about. No, we'll report. I'm back. Okay. No signs of intruders, no signs of sabotage, everything's okay. Just, I was just there. Alright, go back. Back to the force side. Back to Central Hub. Back to sickbay. Broken glass? Oh, fuck! Where's Cassie? Slumped over his desk is Dr. Rosarium. As you approach him, the dread is replaced with nausea. You see his one organic eye remains open, staring straight downward, but devoid of life. Fuck! You quickly draw your electroshock weapon as you look over the bed with Cassie on it. Okay, so she's still there. Someone's stepping on broken glass behind me. You hold your breath, wait for a single second, swing around, bring your gun to bear and whatever you heard the noise coming from. As you swing your arm around to immediately intercept it, stopping its arc before you can aim where the noise behind you had come from. All you have time to process is a fist flying towards you, striking you square on the chin. There's nothing you can do but stagger backwards when the second you're unconscious. Fuck! This looks just like the Obrien sickbay, too. Do it? No! What's happening? Yeah, someone beat the shit out of me. Yeah, he's fucking dead. It's not funny. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, just tell me if Cassie's still there. Okay. So she's in her quarters. What is security doing? The doctor's fucking dead. Where's Cruz? Go to stand up, the same pain from earlier returns, sit back down, rubbing your neck. Taking a nap. Yeah, okay. Oh, you don't care. You absolutely don't care. Yeah, someone's either lying or someone's infiltrated the ship. No, I mean, what can we do, though? Besides, get the engines online ASAP. Oh, yeah, I'll take the aspirin. So Dr. Rosario is dead, but Cassie's fine. Whole ship's on high alert. No one had any reason to attack the doctor. Except maybe Cruz? I don't know. We did see that silhouette on the Obrien, but the Obrien fucking exploded and nobody, caught a ride back with us. So you do your best to keep thinking about dramatic shift in circumstances if you yourself beginning to slip out of consciousness and back to the exhausted slumber that Vanessa has interrupted. Yeah. April 24th, planetary calendar 214. After recovering from the attack, Lieutenant Thurmk awakens in their quarters a full 24 hours later to find they are yet to receive any instructions. With no pending orders, they decide to check in with Lieutenant Commander Quinn. As you release the last remnants of tension in your body, you sigh. Thankfully, it seems some bed rest all you needed to shift the accumulated aches and pains you gained over the course of yesterday. Some sleep, coupled with a shower and a change of uniform, lets you feel like a completely new person, as if nothing had happened at all. There's still a murderer on the ship somewhere, but no one said a word yet. Alright, move, corridor. Assemble on bridge for emergency briefing. Okay. Soon enough, the door opens and you step inside. As you stand alone in the elevator, listen to the dull whir of its motor, you wonder why the captain called this meeting. After a short wait, the doors slide open, you step onto the bridge. Okay. You expected to see the captain, instead you see Vanessa, sat in the captain's chair flanked by Haru and Hansen. I don't like this. Is this a mutiny? Your posture stiffens as you feel something blunt thrust in the small of your back. Ah. You're confident enough that, unlike Cassandra's prank when you first came on board, this isn't a pen. Yep, they got a gun on me. Don't know how they made it even into the armory. Before you can respond, a small electronic chirp that sounds from the captain's chair. Okay, so she's letting everyone else into the bridge. Yeah, I can't take them both. Fuck me. When her smirk looks increasingly sinister, Vanessa shakes her head at you, causing you to stop in response. Dylan's here. Okay, so where's the chief? Chief's not gonna let this shit fly. Okay, so the captain's not calling this meeting. Yeah, it's a fucking mutiny. God damn it. Striding forward with intensity and purpose, Captain raises her right hand across her body and swings to Vanessa. How's she look angry in the Dojin mode? Oh. That's a little more intense. What do you mean, superior officer? Last moment, Hansen's arm had reached out, viper quick, and he grabbed the captain by the wrist. That's a gun. Is this a mutiny? Yeah, fuck it. It's my job. I'm gonna detain your asses. Fuck. Yeah, Hansen would take any excuse to shoot me. That said, let's make a quick empty save. Blinkify balls fist into fist and strikes her in the stomach, causing her to double over. Why does your gun look so stupid? Okay, what is this about? What medical circumstances? The captain's fine. Oh, fuck off. So no doctor means it's all up to her. Just do it. How are they traitors? You just hate Cassie. She's getting dick and you're not. You were there. You watched Cassie collapse and go unconscious. Think she was faking it the whole time? Do you think we organized that crash? Jesus, fuck. If this was something reasonably insane, I'd actually be okay with it. If you were doing this because you felt like they were endangering the crew or being negligent, but this is just fucking stupid. You're just fucking stupid. How did I knock my ass out? No, I want to say fuck off. Give me the option. It is a no. It is a no. Oh, you don't have to kick her. That just seems like personally petty. As far as I know, she's treated you well. Okay, apparently Haru... I shouldn't have shared pancakes with you. You're just a bitch. Oh, so he's not just gonna shoot me here. I'm just being sent somewhere. Hmm... What do you want to do, man? There's no evidence. It's all circumstantial claims. God, I hope this gets to a tribunal. I hope this is the route I've unlocked. That we just... that we just sit here the whole time till something goes horribly wrong. I might not be trapped in here, though. There are those storage panels on the wall that might lead to the actual superstructure. God damn. This seems like a good place to stop, though. Another fucking mutiny. This definitely seems like a new chapter. I'm going to make a fresh save here. That's before my decision. I'll make the save after. Yep. I've moved into chapter 9. So I guess when I pick this up again, maybe in a day or two, we will deal with trying to get out of this mutinous situation, which is absolutely stupidly mental deficient. The leaps in logic that Vanessa has to make for this are like baffling. And I believe she believes it, and that's the worst part. And we still don't know what's going on with the robot spider or any of that bullshit. Ugh. Anyway, those of you that did stop by, thanks for hanging out. Be excellent to each other. We'll figure this out next time.